awesome tattoo tour for you. However, we are only going to be doing a door on my lower, on my lower body, on my lower body. I only have six, not one, not two, not two, not three, not four, not four, not five, not five, but six tattoos. I have six tattoos on my lower body. Six tattoos on my lower body. So let's get right into it, okay? Let me put Mr. Tiny away, the dinosaur. Let me put Dino Bear away quickly. If you do notice that I'm looking behind you, I'm looking behind you, I'm looking somewhere else and I'm not focused. If I'm not focused on the camera and you can see that I'm not looking gorgeous. So yeah, that's the little fun fact or little story time behind how my tattoos were received by my dad, the person who I actually got this tattoo for. So, okay, now it's time for us to go at the back of my legs. At the back of my legs. One is a letter to my mom, and one is the birth year. Her birth year, she was born in 1975. 1975. She was born in 1975, which actually can be disputed because, as I'm asking, like her sisters, she is the second born to 10 other children. My mom now, right? And so, at the time when she was born, it was still apartheid in South Africa. So my grandmother couldn't get the proper documentation on time for her. So, I asked her sisters like which year she was born, and some sisters were saying 1975, some sisters were saying 1976. So to be quite honest, I don't even know if I have the right birth year, but I resonated with the 75, so yeah. Okay, then on the other side we have a letter to my mommy, a letter to my late mother. It says I'm not sure which side it starts. I think it says, "Dear Mama." Yeah. "Dear Mama, everything you did. Dear Mama, everything you did was worth it. Dear Mama, everything you did was worth it." And I'm even thinking about adding like a little heart at the end, right here at the bottom, like a red heart at the bottom. I'm thinking about adding a red heart, red heart at the bottom. I'm thinking about adding a red heart at the bottom, at the bottom. So yeah, everything that my mother did for me while she was alive and dead, both alive and non-living, was worth it. She passed away when I was 7 years old, and I was actually at the house when she passed away. I would go deeper into the story, but it's a little bit it's a little bit graphic. I don't mind talking about it, but it's a little bit graphic, and it did traumatize me, but I have worked through the trauma. So yeah, my mom is my everything, and I just wanted her to know that I truly, truly, truly appreciate everything that she's done for me. And yeah, I mean, I know if she was alive, she would have probably beat the fuck out of me for having tattoos. I mean, I know if she was alive, my mommy wouldn't have wanted me to have so many tattoos. She would have been against them. But, long live the queen. I love her so, so much. And everything that she did for me was absolutely worth it. And I truly, truly appreciate her so, so much. So, yeah, I'll bring you up quickly. Okay. So now we are going to the last two. Not one, but two. Not one, but two. Not one, but two. The last two tattoos on my body. Okay, so next up we have this tattoo right over here. We have this tattoo right over here. The last two tattoos that I have are on my thigh. This reads divine, feminine. I got this tattoo because I wanted to try out red ink. And also I was inspired by Uncle Waffle's placement for her tattoo. She also has a thigh tattoo. Now, I've always wanted to get a divine feminine tattoo, like that saying that says divine feminine. Like I've always wanted to write divine feminine on my body. But I was actually gonna do it at the back, like behind my thigh. And I was gonna do it in black, but then I was like, that's not very feminine of it to be black, so let's do red. 2 chains like she did, right? But I was also like, no, let me be original. Or at least let me not copy and paste. Let me write it in my own words. I don't know if you guys ever copied homework from your classmates or people like that, and they would say, write it in your own words, don't make it sound like it's mine. So yeah, anyway, I had to write it like it's mine and copy it in my own words. Fun fact, it's actually different sizes. So as you can see, for example, this link right here is bigger, but then it becomes smaller. Like, it's a fucked up tat, actually, if you think about it and if you look at it and you give it enough time. The sizes are like different, and I don't know if she did it because of the fact that, for example, when you bend, it gets bigger, and then of course it makes sense for it to get smaller. Yeah, because I won't be stretching this part of my leg, you know, like it's not like I would be bending with this part of my leg. But I got this for multiple reasons. Before being Buddhist, I used to be Christian in high school. So for the first, I think I was Christian from grade 7. From grade 7 straight up until grade 12, I was Christian. So anyway, there's a song, you know, a Christian song by Tasha Cobbs, the Break Every Chain song, yeah. And that really spoke to me at the time. It wasn't because of the song that I got the chain. I got the chain because I was tired of certain cycles in my life that were really reoccurring themes and traumas and issues. And I just was like, you know, I'm over it. I want to break that cycle. I told you that I come from a very long line of strong black women, black queens, right? And so, in as much as they taught me everything that I need to know and everything and who I am right now and what it means to be a woman, I just wanted to break the generational curses, to break the generational cycles, to break the generational trauma. I wanted it to be a symbol of how everything stops with me, you know, or starts with me, rather stops. Some things are stopping for new things to begin. And so I wanted a symbol of how I'm breaking those bounds and those molds and those curses, you know, and those stagnations or stagnating type situations, you know. Truly believe I'm the first of my kind in my family, and so yeah, I'm the only one with tattoos. Well, immediate. I have an auntie who's my mother's cousin. She has a tattoo, but she has one. I'm the only one in my family who has so many